Hello all you out there in YouTube land, this is Trans8010 and I'm back with another toy review. And this one is one of my favorites. This is a guy that every Transformer fan knows. It doesn't matter if you're 40 or if you're 10 or if you're 3. Everyone knows this guy. He is almost as recognizable and definitely as iconic as Optimus Prime and Megatron. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about this little guy right here. Generation 1 Minicar Bumblebee. And this is a really cool little car. Pretty sure I transformed him wrong, but whatever. This is a really cool little car. I really do love this guy. He looks like, you know, a little Volkswagen Beetle. Very compressed. It's not exactly to scale, or should I say, it's not exactly realistic in any way. It does not look 100% like a 1960s Volkswagen Bug. Not in the slightest. But it does look like a toy Beetle. And that's exactly what this thing was supposed to be. When this guy was designed in the 70s, I think it was the 70s, as the micro change, a little micro car, that's really all he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be like a little penny racer, like Matchbox Hot Wheels type car, who just happens to be able to change into a robot. And that's really all that was the gimmick of that particular line, where the Diaclone of later years of the early 80s was cars that could transform into robots and have little drivers with magnetic feet to pilot them, to make it seem like, you know, a war between a different, you know, piloting robots like Gundam and whatever. And now I'm just rambling, and I really don't want to ramble. So, like I said, it's Bumblebee. He is a really cool little mini car. Possibly the most iconic, definitely the most recognized of the mini cars and of the Transformers besides that of Optimus Prime. I really just love all the little details going in this guy. I love the little backpack thing, spare tire, fan turbine thing in the back. I love that they put a little additional, like, little tailpipe there. I just love the details going into the hood. There's a real nice little simple, but nevertheless, you know, fun little, you know, I just can't stop talking about this guy. Fun little details that really give this car, you know, character. That may not look exactly like a Volkswagen Beetle, but it gives it character, and that's really just awesome in its own right. Now to transform this guy, it's just as simple as 1, 2, and 3. You just want to pull out these legs until you hear the click, and then pull out the front of the car and fold them up, and they will become the feet. Then you just slide his arms out, like that. And last but not least, we take that little crummy bit, we flip it up, and there's his head. And there you go. Now you have Bumblebee. Now he is ready to battle some evil Decepticons. And I gotta say, I really do like this mode as well. He does look a lot like Bumblebee from the comics and the television show. Besides the face, and we'll get into that a little later. He doesn't have an added crotch piece, though. It's more or less just a little, you know, torso that the legs just happen to come out of. It's just, you know, very little simple little, you know, mini car. He doesn't have the complex transformation of Megatron. He doesn't have the super fun, cool transformation of Prowl, where you have to twist the guy around and then fold the doors out. But his transformation is still fun. It's simple, but it's fun. I love transforming this guy. I really do. Articulation, he can do little toe stands and to make it look like he's flying, like in the original 84 catalogs. He can move his arms 360, which I really don't want to do all that much because, as you see, this joint here is a little loose. And that's because every time you go to pull out his arm, you loosen that joint out a little bit. And of course, he does have the little Autobot logo. This is a pre-rub version, not the more common 1985 rub sign variant. Never did like the rub sign on Bumblebee. I always had to have that red foil sticker, just because it was on the show, and that's how I always remember Bumblebee. It does have some little chrome wear, especially on the head. Well, that's really where his chrome wear is. And it is a fine-looking head. It looks like, almost a little like Jazz from his Autobot comrade, with a little bit of a face mask, kind of making him look a little like Predator. And I gotta say, I love it. I really do love this battle mask. That's what it actually was retroactively called. It was basically just his face for the toy. Now, they gave him a more cutesy little appearance in the show, and I think that was more or less to make him more relatable to a child audience. And I really do wish that they at least gave him like a folding battle mask, like they would later do in a Generation 1 tribute comic. Otherwise, this guy's just got some really cool details. I especially love what they did with the legs. His legs are essentially like little sticks, immovable sticks, but they give him like these little ridge, little details. I love that they give him like little fisticuffs. I do love the Dunlop on the tires. I just love all of this. I really do. This is just this is a really cool Minicar. Really cool toy in general. And it wouldn't be Transformers if he didn't have diecast, and he does. He has it right here in the back. And that actually does make him a little bit more stable, because he is a little bit more, because he doesn't have heels, and even though he does stand very well, that diecast does keep him balanced just a little bit. That's always cool. So, there he is. That is Autobot Minicar Bumblebee. Optimus Prime's little buddy, friend to Spike Witwicky, and of course the littlest of all Autobots, which makes him the perfect spy. And I hope you all enjoy this little review, as I had fun shooting it. This is Transdate 010, and I am signing off.